Hello and welcome to the Get Out of Gaming podcast, your podcast for everything nerdy. I'm one of your hosts, Ben. With me is Alex. What's
Hello,
up,
hello.
Alex?
I was gonna do a bit, and then you said my name. I was going to introduce the first time. Hey, this is Ben. Hey,
That,
how's it going?
that's almost close. That's very close.
And then, like I said earlier, before the episode, it turns into "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger." Can't
I
take your
actually,
order,
I actually just watched that movie with my kids, and
man. That movie is not great, but it's a fun time.
they were not impressed. They actually wanted to watch Ninja Turtles instead, which I could not argue with them with.
Yeah.
Uh, but besides nostalgic movies from the 90s, we've got a couple good stories today. We're going to talk about GTA and their weird, wacky ass pricing. We're going to talk about the PlayStation State of Play, which will be a disappointment to everybody. Uh, and then we've got our shout out of the week. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what our hidden gems are or what we've been playing. Alex, I know you got a really kick ass hidden, trophy.
Yeah.
That thing is ridiculous. And I don't know if that's what you're showing, but
I mean,
yeah.
I wasn't thinking about it, but I mean, I guess because you made me. It's
I
sitting
mean,
here.
it took
I,
a
t-
year to get it.
yeah, right. So I'm gonna hold it up for the audience here. Scott Pilgrim for audio listeners. I'm showing this on YouTube. You can find this youtube.com. Go ahead and search for Get At Gaming, and you can find the video format of this podcast. And I am showing off Scott Pilgrim KO edition. Whoa, that just fell. So it comes in this empty thing, but it's a roadie like case, so has all of that, and open it up, and I think I did this on Twitch, so I think it should notice it.
I'm hearing nothing.
You can't hear it?
No, I see the lights. It does play music. I swear it does.
Oof. Yeah, I accidentally knocked that down. Hang on. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you can't hear it, but the people on my side can actually hear it. So if you're a video watcher, I'm the one who does the video podcast stuff, so you're going to hear it. Audio listeners, you're probably not going to hear it because of the way that we capture sound.
No.
But yeah, it's really cool. It has a bunch of cool stuff in here as well. My favorite thing, which I haven't really shown you guys yet, because Get At Gaming people community, we kind of have a chat that we have just to talk to us since we're all friends and stuff. So I showed this stuff off, but let's see here. Ooh, did this already break off? Oh, maybe not. Did I break something?
I hope nothing.
Well, got some drumsticks here. But the coolest thing, my opinion, is this Behind the Pixels book. It's a strategy guide and also just like an interview book. And yeah, there's just like a bunch of stuff here, like concept art and other things like that in here.
Now,
And you
now
can't
Edgar,
buy that separately.
right now, Edgar Wright had something to do with the game as well. He was like either like director or he was like on that for the game as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Edgar Wright did stuff. Wait, Edgar Wright actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Edgar Wright did anything with it. Brian Lee O'Malley, the creator of Scott Pilgrim, actually did stuff. But I'm not sure all what any of them did, to be honest. Wow, that just fell. Anyway, yeah, there's a magnet piece that like fell, like came off. But yeah, it's a really cool collector's edition. I forget how much we paid for it. But yeah, took a whole year. the whole year
Oh,
to get here. Oh, and they gave me a $5 off coupon because I mean the world to them, and they said sorry for the wait. Here's $5 off your next order. No
uh, there,
thanks.
there is barely anything on that website that's $5. You can get some. You can get some reversible um, covers for some of your Switch games for that. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, but I don't know. I like it a lot. I don't know when I'm gonna open it, or I don't even know if I'm gonna play. To be honest, like I have it on PS4. I have it on PS3. Um, this is a Switch collector's edition because I didn't own it on Switch at the time. I guess I still don't, except this collector's edition has a. It comes with the deluxe edition inside it, so like there's like the book, and then there's the deluxe edition which comes in the clamshell, um, type like Genesis box. And you
Okay.
open that, and then there's the soundtrack in there on CD, and then some other stuff in there as well. Fake tickets to Clash at Demon Head, um, some other stuff. But yeah, it also came with a cassette tape. I don't know if I showed you guys that, but yeah, like there was a cassette tape
Yeah.
of the soundtrack. I'm like, this is really cool. This isn't practical. Why'd you make this? But this is still cool. I don't have a cassette player. I don't have a Walkman anymore.
I think, believe it or not, Walkmans are coming back.
Really?
Yes, I am not even joking right now.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's kind of fair. Like, I don't know. I had a Walkman when I was younger. Um I guess CD players existed and like the skip proof. I forget what were those called. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the skip ones where it's like there's no skip. There's a
Yeah.
specific type of it's like a Sony one. Um, but I had that, but it still skipped, even though it said like it will not skip. Um, but I remember being younger and riding the bus and having a Walkman because like I had a couple like cassette tapes and stuff or whatever. But I primarily listened to the radio with it, and for the longest time, like you couldn't do that with like other things. I mean, I guess you still can't because I think like the iPod Nano was the only thing where you listen to AM/FM radio. Like the regular iPod videos, you couldn't. Regular iPod shuffles, I don't think you could. Or maybe the later iPod shuffle you could, but like that was really the only way to listen to like radio back when that was still a thing. Um, but yeah, that's me talking about how old I am, I guess, to where I had a Walkman. Um, man, we're trying to catch up with the youth, aren't we? Aren't we supposed to like talk about TikToks and uh, not NFTs? But yeah, Scott Pilgrim, that was my biggest thing that I got. What I've been playing, on the other hand, man, I've started so many things this week. I keep almost buying Elden Ring. I have not bought Elden Ring because I know that I'm not going to play it, or at least I'm going to get mad at it and stop. I um, keep trying to like not buy other things, but then I caved. Sunday, I think it was. I bought uh Hatsune Miku Project Diva X because it was $15 on PlayStation. Project Diva is like a do you know what Hatsune Miku is? Like Vocaloids. They're basically like programs where like I don't know if they are technically royalty free, but like you can use them and their voices to like make your own music and have them sing it, and then you have that song as a copyrighted thing.
Oh,
Um, but it's a rhythm game. That's all it is. It's a really tough rhythm game. But it was $15, and I just bought it on a whim because now I have my PayPal connected to my PlayStation. I need to disconnect that, otherwise these are things are just gonna keep happening where I'm just like, oh, I have a game. Um, I started a little. Let's see. But yeah, that game's really good. I beat the main story, except like now it's like now you go do everything again, but you have hard mode and expert mode available. and I've been trying to do some expert mode uh, things, and it's really difficult. I'll probably buy the Switch version because the Switch version is brand new and or newer. And it has more songs and it has different mechanics and things. It seems more of a robust game. Um, and let's see, what else did I play? I downloaded Judgment on my machine again, so I was gonna start that, and then I ended up playing Hatsune Miku instead. But I have it on my machine again. It's not the PS5 version though; it's the PS4 version, since that's the version I own. And unless the PS5 version gets really cheap, like I don't see a reason to pick up that because I have the PS4 version downloaded already. There's not much of a difference except 30 frames versus 60 frames, which is a significant difference to be honest. But I've noticed some shadow things and other issues where like some of the character models actually kind of look worse on the PS5 version compared to the PS4 version. So um, yeah, I played a little bit of Like a Dragon like a week or so ago, and it's still fine. I miss actual Yakuza.
Right.
So like I was like, oh, what do I have that can do that? Oh yeah, I have Judgment, which is like a game like I started a tiny bit of, and now it'll make more sense because I played Yakuza 1 through 6. So like yeah, because it takes place like either after 6 or like around 6, so you hear about the after events of that game. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Besides streaming, dot hack, and stuff like that, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Um, kind of just stay at home and do nothing, watch shows, and try to watch Netflix today, but it was down. So
It was not working very well at all.
yeah,
This morning, at least.
yeah, no, it was down at like 7 p.m. today because I even had to look it up because it like told me like, "Hey, it's not working." I was like, "What? No, come on!" And I reload it, and then it lets me get in. Then it lets me see the profile, and I try to start an episode of something, and it's just like, "Nope, not working." Immediately go to Twitter, and everyone's just like, "Spotify and Netflix are down. Spotify and Netflix are down." So, um,
So much worth that extra $1.50 they charge us every month.
maybe if their
And
stuff worked, but yeah, that's all I've really been doing. What about you? What have you been playing? What have you been buying? What are you selling?
uh, I, I'm getting ready to sell a lot of stuff here pretty soon. Uh, could do like a live auction, so I've been gathering that. But I restarted Animal Crossing on Switch, so um, it's been great. But like I knew where I was before, and having to start over is not fun
Yeah,
at all.
yeah,
Um, so there's that. The boringness of like, God, I just want to get back to where I was.
yeah,
Um, so I've been playing a little bit of that like every other day. I've been playing a little Elden Ring. I am awful at that game,
yeah.
just awful. Uh, it, it's if you've played like Dark Souls and stuff like that, then it's great because
Hmm.
it's literally the same type of stuff.
Yeah,
I got it just because I wanted something different. The reviews were great. Um, now my son's very good at it. For some reason, he's like, "Oh gosh," but he gets mad. He rage quits all the time because it is hard. It's
yeah,
ridiculously hard. And our friend Alex streams that quite a bit uh, on Twitch. It's good watching him, but I'm like, I have no idea. I'm not even close to any of this. So that's been it from playing. But I do want to show this because I do show. Well, I want to show this. So this is Ren and Stimpy on NES. Um, I will tell you, like, I had no idea there was a Ren and Stimpy on NES.
yeah. I knew about
Uh,
the Super Nintendo one.
right, right. So this must have come later in that cycle before NES went out.
Hmm.
I'm glad to have it. I don't think it's like a super rare game, but it's not one as you're out doing, game hunting, you don't see it out there. So,
Well, now
you
you
know,
said that, I'm looking at price charting because you're making me. Um, Ren. Oh, it's an
tell
N.
me,
Stimpy.
Yeah, you tell me what the price is for Buckaroos, and
Buckaroos.
I'll tell you that if I overpaid or not, which I probably did.
25.44 is the approximate loose price.
I paid 41. I'm not good at auctions. If you want to negotiate, much better. I am
Yeah.
very
I
good at
still haven't
negotiating.
bought anything off of that app that you've been talking about. Let me pull it up here. I always forget what it's called. Whatnot. Um because I saw people like buying stuff earlier before we started recording, and like someone would buy Metal Gear Solid, just Metal Gear Solid for $70. Is that really what it's worth, or are people just crazy because it's some popular streamer or popular YouTube person? I'm looking
Uh,
at Metal Gear Solid right now.
I'm going to tell you right now that I actually signed up to be a seller. I've been selling on eBay for a while, and where they want me to list all of my products I have. I have a box back here, including Alex's favorite Transformers Tiger game. I got two of those. He almost got one for Christmas. But I'm gonna take pictures and I'm gonna put that all on there. Like things sell for ridiculous prices. Um, I saw WrestleMania on NES, which is a $3 game all day long, sell for $20. Yeah. Uh, no, I do buy some deals there, so you're gonna love this, Alex. I bought Mass Effect Andromeda for Xbox One,
Hmm.
sealed for $2.
I mean, you win some, or you lose some, you lose some, because it's still Mass Effect Andromeda. But yeah, I don't know. I pulled up for audio listeners. I pulled up price charting so the video people can see here, and yeah, Metal Gear Solid is about $20 loose, $41, $42 complete. People are buying that game for $75 or so. Like, no, you need to
Oh
stop.
yeah.
Stop
Um,
buying that kind of stuff. This isn't a hard game to find.
no, and the crazy thing is like that's what happens on there. So I've got some Wii games. I've got some PlayStation 2 games. I've got one or two Wii U titles. Um, I've got some PS4 titles that I've like bought recently in like some group stuff that I can't get rid of, like Destiny 2 and Elder Scrolls Online. Those games are going to sell for $5 or $6, and I'm already up on those because I basically talked them into the bundle. Uh, if you are not watching a YouTuber though, prices are a little bit better. But like stuff like this, people see like an NES title and they go nuts.
It's
But
crazy.
you go game hunting all the time. If you ever seen this game out, like hunting anywhere,
I guess I haven't really looked for it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't active. I look at the NES section for you, but I also look for the things that you tell me to look for. So I might have seen it at like an exchange here or there. But like I don't know. I don't think I would see it because I'm paying attention to the spines. I'm not paying attention to the artwork. If I saw the artwork of Ren and Stimpy, then I'd be like, "Whoa, this is something different. I've never heard of this." But
I did see. So there's a guy selling his entire NES collection by letters, and Monday was L, and he started off with Little Samson, sold for 6 grand, just
wow,
unbelievable. And that's still a pretty high price for that. Um, and the cool thing is with this why not? If you're a seller, it shows you if their card is declined or not right then and there.
that's awesome. So then you
Yeah,
can just be like, "Nope, you didn't win. Put it back in the."
like they'll be like, "Hey, you need to check your bank because your payment didn't go through,"
Yeah,
which I've seen a lot. Uh, my bank is just like, "This guy's a fool. We're just gonna keep letting him do it." But yeah, so that's where I got that. I also got my Alien 3 from there, but Alien 3 I got at a really good price. So
okay,
so since we're talking about prices and ridiculous pricing, let's jump into our first story of GTA.
yeah.
Alex, I think, is very strong on his allegations that I will rebuy this game for the system. Um,
And you will.
okay. Well, here's the crazy part is there are like all these different pricings for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions of this game. So if you are a PS5 member, you will be able to buy it for 75% off for the first 3 months of launch. By the way, this is a story at IGN. Um, so it'll be priced at $9.99 for the US. After 3 months, the cost will go to $39.99. And this includes the single player of story and GTA Online. Now, if you own GTA right now on PS4, it is, that's going to be free upgraded PS5. But the standalone version on PS5 is completely free for the first 3 months on PS5. After that, standalone game will cost $19.99, and that's not including online.
I never understand what people mean by that. So like, is it free as in like it's a service, or is it like just the download is gonna just be free for the first few months, and then after that, then it's just gonna cost 20 for that download again? It's just phrased a little weird. But if that's the case, where it's gonna be free and then not later, like you all have, or I would hope, if you have some sort of PlayStation, or if you have a PS4 even, download the PlayStation app, or go onto the store and log in. And similar to how people or did with PlayStation Plus things, where you just redeem everything, even if you didn't have a Vita, you still redeemed all the Vita games just in
Oh
case.
yeah.
Go ahead and go online and redeem that GTA Online, if you can, if it lets you. It might be one of those things where it's like you have to be logged into a PS5 in order to see it, because that's what the PS Plus games did for PlayStation 5. I remember. I guess it still does, yeah, where it's like those grouped games. But yeah, definitely get that for free when you can.
Well, here's what's crazy. That's just just GTA Online.
Yeah.
That's not it, the other game. So initially, initially, if you were wanting it for PS5, you would buy the 9.99 version.
Hmm.
Now, because that includes the story mode and it includes GTA Online for $10. If you've never played it before, it's not a bad price. Or if you've not played it since PlayStation 3, it does look much better on PS4. And they've said there's a whole bunch of upgrades. But here's where it gets weirder, Alex. If you look at the Xbox Series X, right?
Hmm.
They're gonna do 50% off for the first 3 months. Launch price of $19.99. After 3 months, it's gonna go to $39.99. This version includes the story mode and GTA Online. Now, if you just want to buy the GTA Online, it is not free, but it is on sale for 3 months at $9.99. After the 3 months, it will go back to $19.99 as well. Um, how this game has lasted through 3 generations of consoles, I have no idea. Um, I love GTA. I do. I think their online is not very good. I would never pay $20 for their online,
Hmm.
but $10 for both if you've never played it on a newer console. I mean, that's not bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I would just recommend if you really, really want, because that's even cheaper than if you bought the PS4 version and just did the free upgrade.
Yeah.
That I don't know why it's like standard for game companies to make things so hard and awkward and like weird pricing to not understand any of it. It just blows my mind. Like, why can't you just make it simple?
The only thing I can think of is that there's some back end deals that were already happening. So that's why Sony has a better deal there for their PS5 version compared to Xbox.
Oh,
But then Xbox probably paid for something as well, instead of it being just expensive compared to the other. They're like, let's get 50% off at least for a little bit, and then Rockstar was like, okay, we like money.
Well, and
Yeah,
they've even said that they are working on 6 right now.
yeah.
So, I guess I guess what makes me mad is, like, how is this game even relevant to even put it on the PS5?
I mean, if it's in race tracing and it actually looks good and they actually did stuff different to the models, I would say okay, it might be worth it. But yeah, if it's just the same PS3, PS4 game again, then like it's still gonna be worth $10 maybe. But like for the PlayStation people, it might honestly be worth the $20 for the Series people. But because this game has been out for so long, people see it as like it should be cheaper. Um, and I agree on one hand, and then the other hand, I don't, because like GTA 5 on its own is a value, regardless of like what consoles it's been on or whatever. Like it's still a very good game and still, honestly, a little bit of a timeless game still, compared to the others. But yeah, it still works. It still plays. It's still very modern. And I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. So yeah, it's not a bad idea for Rockstar to know its worth, and like do charge this because they could charge it for nothing, um, and yeah, whatever. But like they need all that money for GTA 6, right?
I mean, do you think it could be a PlayStation Plus game at some point?
Maybe after these 3 months.
Yeah. I guess my big thing for this is it's each game had we did these upgrades. So the PS3 version for the PS4 version was an upgrade,
Hmm.
and this one's supposed to have true 4K and ray tracing. Um, and if you wanted the game for the story is amazing.
Yeah.
And you can actually play through several times because you get to make decisions throughout the game that will ultimately decide how the game's going to end.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I remember when I first got it for PS4. I had it on PS3. I played the crap out of that game,
Yeah.
story mode only. And I was for the longest time. If you guys listened to earlier podcast, I was playing GTA online a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, until it just got to the point where it's like, this is just not okay to be in the middle of a mission and someone snipe you, and now that mission's failed.
Yeah, that's what I've
So,
heard. It's like everyone who's gonna play GTA online, it's like you're not gonna enjoy it, have fun just dying immediately when spawning into the world.
like I was in the middle of like a bank heist mission to do the bank heist because that's what you want to do. You want to do these big missions, and somebody literally sniped me in the middle of the mission. Says mission failed, and then you have to wait. You have to wait to do the mission again. You can't just restart it. Um, that got really old real quick,
Hmm.
and I'm sure I've got a huge amount of money in the bank because I was getting $1 million every month. You
Yeah.
know, um, so
Where is that?
I don't know that I will be buying it again. It does not for an open world game like this. I'd rather just wait for the new Saints Row game because it's going to come out before GTA 6 does.
Sure, you're still gonna buy this again. It's a really
I
good deal, Ben. ten
uh,
dollars.
no, because then you get a point in our prediction video,
It's
and
a
that's
really good deal. Hey cousin, let's go bowling.
yeah.
Um,
I'm not doubting it's not a good deal, but I saw that and I was like, really? And even our people on Facebook were like, really?
so
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I will say that regardless of people on Facebook or whatever, I like all your fans when you talk to us and just I don't know, just comment on our stuff. It's really nice. Um, but I feel like most people in general just like to complain. um, and like it is a general consensus. He's like, why is this game still cost money? Because it's a good game. Like that's why it does. Um, but I'm not trying to like hate on anyone specific, but like yeah, just in general, like it is kind of a entitlement thing with people who play games, where it's just this game is really old, but it's still really good. Why do I have to pay money for it? It should be free. Uh,
And I
cause
agree
cause it's
with you.
good.
I feel like there are a lot of games
Yeah.
that are older that are coming back out.
Um,
Um,
yeah, but I will say like to go back with that though, one, this game's probably going to be on sale indefinitely, regardless of what they say. Um, because $40 for a base like actual like market price, that's not worth it at all. I don't think that's worth it for anyone. But yeah, I feel like this game's gonna be on sale everywhere all the time. So like yeah, don't buy it for 40, buy it for the other stuff. But I am gonna go on record here. I don't have it written down. Do I? Did I write anything about cyberpunk? I just read cyberpunk. Did I write anything about GTA 5 besides you just buying it?
as we look at
I'm looking right now. No, but what I'm gonna say is if GTA 5 comes out on PlayStation Plus, online is not going to be included because they're going to make you pay for online separately. And it since they're giving away for free for at launch anyway, um, they will probably just expect you to either have it there or pay money for it later. So, um, yeah. So yeah, Ben, if you want GTA Online for PS5, you better buy this $10 one soon, so I can get a point.
well, and I guess my biggest thing is like I've done the story like twice now with different options.
Mm-hmm.
But then I get bored because I have finished it before. And this game is 3 generations in, where it's been on 3 different consoles.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and then now PlayStation 5. Um, I I just I don't see myself playing the story mode again to finish it, to be completely honest. I don't see it, but hey, if you were looking for some more GTA while you're waiting, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, something that's not as frustrating is there is a state of play this week. It's the state of play of this Wednesday for March, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Um, you know, reading from the PlayStation blog, this show's going to clock in around 20 minutes. Will or take, give or take, with special focus on highlighting on great games coming for some of our beloved Japanese publishers. Though will have a few updates from other developers located around the world as well. Blah blah. And they even mentioned that they are not talking about the PlayStation VR 2 or hardware on this one. But I mean, what do you think they're going to talk about?
Um. No, it's not Kingdom Hearts Day yet. When's Kingdom Hearts Day? Man, that's in April, I think. So it's not Kingdom Hearts Day yet, so it can't be Kingdom Hearts. But what we could see, there's a new update. I think, man, now people are gonna make fun of me. I think there's a new update for 14 coming soon, so we might see a little bit of that. Potentially. I feel like we'll see Final Fantasy 16 again because it did get delayed into this year. So we'll probably see some of that. Ghostwire Tokyo comes out next week. That's Japanese. So we'll probably see more of an in-depth of that. I don't know all what else that we'll see, to be honest. I'm not expecting Final Fantasy 7 to be honest, but at the same time, anything anything could happen. I feel like it's going to be more things that we already know exist, or um, we it is March, so I don't think we had a we I don't think we've had a thing yet for it for Persona. But we could have a Persona announcement in this. Maybe we could have Persona 3, Persona 4 coming to PlayStation. Um, some sort of collection. Maybe I doubt there would be a collection because those games are way too big. They'll just pay. They'll make you pay for it separately. But Persona Fighting, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax comes out. Is that the end of this month? I
I
think
thought
so.
it was coming out really quickly.
Yeah. So I always forget now because that game has rollback netcode that comes out in the summer. So I just keep thinking of like, oh, it's a summer game because I'm not gonna play this until then. um, but yeah, I really don't know what we could see. We could see anything, um, and I don't know. I really don't know what we could see. I don't know.
Y-
Can you think of anything? That would be cool that we could see.
I mean, the only thing I can think of, which I don't think is going to happen here, um, is Capcom teased Street Fighter 6. And Capcom's always had a sweet spot for Sony. And I would not be surprised if they are going to show something for that. But I don't think it's going to be here.
No, I
You
think
know,
it's gonna be an E3 thing at their own
yeah.
thing since they did one last
Um,
year.
I would love if they announced the Kingdom Hearts story on PS5 that has, it's been upgraded, it looks better. Um, I would think that would be awesome, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think you're right. It's going to be some Final Fantasy. Show a little bit more of that. Um, we're probably going to see Ghostwire because it does come out next week. But I always think they're going to show something that we're not expecting. Like the one we saw before the year happened, when they showed that Five Nights at Freddy's security breach,
Hmm.
kind of came out of nowhere. Um,
Yeah,
we had heard about it. It said it was coming, and then we never heard anything else.
I forgot about
Right?
Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. I think that comes out this week, this month as well. So we'll
Yeah,
probably see that.
yeah. But you know, no one knew they were going to do that, and then all of a sudden it showed up.
Hmm.
Bam, here it is, and they were showing real gameplay on a PS5, which I bought that because my sons love it.
Hmm.
Uh, that game's creepy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, I am going to probably buy the disc version that comes out later in April. I want to say,
Hmm.
just to support the developer because um, what they did there was cool. But I don't know what else. I would love this is what I would love, and I'm totally like out of line, and it's not gonna happen, would be like a Metal Gear game. But it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Um,
Or a Metal Gear game and they're gonna have Kojima do it. That'd be even better.
yeah, I keep dreaming. um, yeah, I really don't know what else. I'm looking here. There's a Disgaea coming out for PS4. I think it's a PS5 as well. I'm on. I guess I'm not showing it because I didn't know what we'd find. Um, Let me pull it up here. I'm on Silken Era. Um, this is where I go for Japanese things since it's more of like a weeb type place for news. So like it talks about like Stranger of Paradise. That's where I remember the Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise comes out this month, I believe. I don't think Monster Hunter is going to come out for PS5 because it's on Switch and PC. Um, Disgaea 6, yeah, it recently got announced for PS4, PS5, and PC. So we might see like a little tease of that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's big enough for a Western audience. So that's the thing that really confuses me, is that this is a PlayStation State of Play in America talking about Japanese developers. So it makes me confused on like what are we gonna see? Because like we're not gonna see. I don't know. I don't think we'll see anything about Genshin. Wait, Genshin's not Japanese. I don't think we'll see anything about like Monster Hunter, for example. I don't think we'll see anything um, I don't know, too Japanese. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that are only in uh Japan, or like those sort of announcements compared to like a Western everyone should watch this type announcements.
I
Um
was I was
yeah.
really hoping we were gonna talk about their new PlayStation Plus tier program. Um, that's what I saw, and I when I saw it, I didn't read the blog post, and I'm like, "This would be the perfect time," but 20 minutes, that's not enough time. When they do the PlayStation Plus, they will do a specific one, and they'll say, "Look, we're gonna talk about the new tiered program for PlayStation Plus."
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I do like the story as you were scrolling at the very top there, when you scroll up to the top, all the way to the top.
All the way to the top? Oh, I have
Oh,
to go back.
yeah, it said Kingdom Hearts on Switch is having a hard time finding its spot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there it is. Not surprising, not surprising. It sucks, but yeah,
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Scrolling through these news stories as well, I forgot Soul Hackers 2 was shown off, which is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei. The last Soul Hackers game, there's only two of them, I guess, because yes, it's two. But the last one was on 3DS. It was called Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers, which is a huge title. They just call it Soul Hackers now. Soul Hackers 2.
that's
Yeah, I remember in when I worked at GameStop. I don't know if I've told the story on here. I've told the story to other people. That in the SKU for it, like when you look it up in the system, since it was so huge, they called it Dev Sum So Ha. Like that's what happened and showed up on your receipt because they didn't want to type the whole thing in.
yeah. I mean, I feel like Sony really needs to come out with something big
Yeah.
because their library is not huge. I mean, yes, we've got Elden Ring, which was bigger than what they were expecting. you know, we've got some good titles out there, but where even like some of the ones that they thought were going to be blockbusters haven't been.
Hmm.
Maybe next time don't do weird pricing on stuff.
Yeah.
Not to bring up like that crap, but that was dumb. That was really dumb.
Hmm.
Every outlet was like, "Hey, if you're gonna buy this game, buy the PS4 and upgrade. That's a free upgrade. It's $10 cheaper."
Yeah, I've kind of noticed as well though, like I guess it was dumb to make it that way, make it expensive compared to the other. However, it is a smart thing as long as there aren't any weird shady things happening. It is a smart thing in general for the PS5 to either hide or make it hard for you to get to the PS4 version while you're on a PS5 so you don't accidentally buy the wrong version. Um because I was looking at other things and like my judgment, because I own a PS4 copy of it already. I was able to find my copy and download it. But when I pull it up on the store, it only shows me like a PS5 version, because it wants me to upgrade, because it assumes I don't have a copy of it already. So like that makes sense, for people to not accidentally buy a wrong version and then try to ask for a refund, because of that. And Sony's weird about refunds, it seems sometimes. So like yeah, um, it's just something to save them their customer service trouble. So I get it, but yeah, just that whole issue with Horizon and things like yeah, it's dumb.
I know
They should fix
Sony's
it.
I know Sony's customer service after the whole GTA Definitive Collection debacle.
Hmm.
I was pissed because you would go to Rockstar and they're like, "Well, you need to get a hold of Sony."
Yeah.
You get a hold of Sony and they're like, they would either in the middle of the chat, they would just cut the chat. Like I was like kicked out of chat like 6 times, and then there's a ban, so you can't go back for a certain amount of time. I'm like, this is dumb. Um, but I feel like with these right here, they need to be an hour. I
Hmm.
feel like they start doing them for an hour and just get out there and just do what they did before when they were like, "Look, we're not even gonna talk. We're just gonna do the games and put
Yeah,
some behind stuff and say, look, here's a tentative release date. Bam, here we go." Because
yeah.
this year, I'm still worried, even though it's early in the year. What are we gonna get by end of the year? What are we gonna get for holiday?
I'll tell you what we're not gonna get. We're not gonna get. Um, what'd you write? GTA 6 will be announced and come out winter 2022. That's what you said on your predictions.
I did.
You get a half point though, because GTA 6 was announced. Actually, no, GTA 6 wasn't announced. They announced that they were working on it. It wasn't technically announced, so you don't get a point yet.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at this right here. Some of these I'm kind of worried about. Uh,
Yeah, you should
uh,
be.
uh, and I only see five here. What was my sixth one?
Um, I don't know if you had a sixth one.
I thought I had a sixth one.
I had a sixth one because I had the Ben will buy GTA 5.
Maybe that's.
Um, yeah,
I don't think your PlayStation VR is happening this year.
I think it is. I really do because of how much they're showing it off, and I don't know. I think we're gonna see more in depth in E3 time, and then it'll come out this year. It'll be great. Um, oh yeah, I guess this podcast about anything. We're not Seinfeld. We're not about nothing. But I ended up getting my camera from Facebook. I bought a camera, a PlayStation camera through Facebook. I did not die, thankfully. Um, I'm always like interested because like we've had interactions with people on Facebook before, and I this is only a second person I've ever bought stuff from, to be honest, through Facebook, and they were just being a little interesting about it because like I said stuff and it's like, hey, what time are we going? Oh, this time, and um, I was like, this place, this time, this stuff. Okay. And later, this other place? I'm like, what? This time? Like, yeah, that's the time. And then I was just like, fine, okay. So I had someone go with me. But guy was super chill. I got it. It just was kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know if he just misread the message. I don't know if he read the whole message, but like I was like, let's go to this place and this time because it's easier for me since it's closer to my house.
Right.
But I don't tell them that. But yeah, I was able to get the PlayStation camera. I haven't used the camera, but I did get the stand for it because that's the thing I really needed. Um, and I play. Oh yeah, so yeah, I did play some Beat Saber, and it works better with the camera. It's still because I'm in a room that's too small, or because of the way our furniture is, like there's not enough space between me and the TV. My hand still like floats somewhere sometimes. But overall, like yeah, VR is a little bit of a clunky mess. It works fine for the most part, but to see VR2 come out is my segue into this. Yeah, VR2 I feel like is going to come out this year because of how much they're actually pushing it and showing it. So it's unfortunate that they're not going to talk about it during this almost a direct during the state of play. But I understand. I really do like it when companies are straight up like, no, we won't have this. No, we won't have Smash Bros.
Yes, absolutely.
Although
I think that,
honestly, they should say that for every Nintendo Direct from now on. No, there is no Smash Bros.
well, I feel like that's a direct thing from last year at E3 where they were like, I can't remember who it was. Was it Bandai Namco? I waited for an hour to watch that, and I didn't look anything up. And they showed one game, and that was it. And then I was like texting Alex. I'm like, dude, this really pissed me off. And he's like, yeah, they posted like shortly before that they were only going to talk about this.
Yeah,
Uh, I think that has gotten companies like thinking, hey, we should really be better about this because we're just going to piss everybody off otherwise. And that's definitely true. Um, People get pissed because I may want to watch something I see on YouTube for that, and then it's not. I don't look him up on. I'm not following him on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and so I don't know that they're not going to talk about something. But Sony's really good about saying, "Look, we're not going to do this or
Yeah.
this,"
Nah,
and they're not talking about new hardware right now because they know there's a rumor going around about a PlayStation 5 Pro. So
I don't think that's gonna happen anytime
I
soon.
don't know, me there. I think you'll see a special edition one before you see that.
I think PlayStation 5 Pro is the thing that came out later that like has a little bit different innards in it, but it's the same exact thing. It's just a little lighter, I think, because of the way that they made it. Um, so like maybe
I
the
mean,
version that you have.
right. I do think that we would probably see a special edition,
Yeah.
um, because that one that came out for Halo, for Xbox that's the best looking one I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping for God of War, they do a special edition God of War one. Uh, I will buy that and just leave it in a box.
If
I'm
you can
telling you,
find it, good luck.
I am going to hound my friends at GameStop and be like, look, I want to reserve it right now. Here's my money. Take my money
Yeah.
and deal with the wrath of my wife later for you seriously just spent another $500 on something you already have.
And you're like, technically, it was $700 because that's how
Yeah,
much the special edition costs, and it came
yeah.
with like, another cool statue, like my old other one.
I mean, I've got a cool statue back there
Yeah.
of Kratos from. She bought me the was it like the Stonehammer version?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yes, but yeah, it's so funny because we were talking about E3 how it's not happening, but when they're still going to do these events.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think this is going to be something. I'll watch it. What is it, Thursday, right?
No, it's tomorrow, or I guess audio, or if you're listening to this on the day this post, it's happening today.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific, um, 11 CET. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be an interesting time. Um, 20 minutes of maybe something good.
Well,
I really don't know what we're gonna see. Even though we've just predicted about this for like 20 minutes, I still don't really know what we're actually gonna see.
yeah, you really don't know. Uh, and so we'll have to wait and see on that. Now we did have another topic, but I think we've gone really long.
Yeah.
Yeah, shakes his head. So we're gonna wrap it up. Our shout out of the week is Rose Gold Crafts. If you guys are on our Facebook, she did some amazing sweatshirts for us. But she does cups, she does mugs. Uh, I don't want to call it out, but there was a certain character my little girl loves, and we couldn't get the shirt on time, and she made that shirt for us. So
Mm,
she can do that. I know Alex wants a mug that says "Get Out of Gaming Plus" on it.
yeah.
But there's all this stuff. I will post a link in our Facebook because she's only on Facebook. She does mail orders. So, like, if you buy something from her, you say, "Hey, I would love to get this," she will ship it out to you. So, and I still need to get Alex his hoodie as well. And they're in my car, by the way. They're in a box in my
Hmm.
car. I
maybe
haven't got
maybe
that.
someday.
Someday, you know, I keep saying, like, man, this week's not going to be bad at all. And then it's just awful for work.
Yeah.
Um, me and Alex are most likely this week. Most likely because last week we didn't. It was just exhausting. Uh, we are probably going to be streaming on Twitch. We are going to hopefully finish Streets of Rage. I think we've got about an hour left, so we are right close to the end. Um, so we are probably going to be streaming that together, which is always a riot. That game's just too awesome.
Hmm.
Um, you know, this we have 2 versions of this podcast. This you're either watching us on YouTube, which you should hit subscribe, or hitting subscribe on your favorite place you get your podcast because we are on just about everybody. Whether it's Amazon, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, you name it, we are on there as well. But don't forget to also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We love interacting with you guys. We would love to get you guys to say, "Hey, you guys should talk about this," or "We should talk about this." We would love that as well.
Yeah.
but anything besides that, I guess, we can just say, get at it.
Get at it.